live it every day. Rudy Troyer from Tennessee is going to get the bronc riding started on Chrome Buckle from Pete Carr Pro Rodeo.
And the heat's been brought. The animal power is going to be showcased in this round. Watch this horse jumping and kicking, staying short, being high-headed. He's doing a great job handling his rein. What a good job.
Whoa!
Sticks to dismount.
Oh, man! This place is on fire. I can't wait to hear you walk us through this replay, Tim.
And watch this horse walk out of there. Walks out of there, doesn't start kicking, comes around, then really starts kicking, gets short. Rudy fires his feet. That horse is putting his head up in his lap, handles his rein. 84.5 to start the bronc riding. That's how it gets set.
That's pretty good stuff right there. That's some pretty salty bronc riding. Cowboy Landon, too, the flying dismount. That boy sprouted some wings there tonight. Joe Preeb out of Cody, Wyoming. Going to get us going. Preeb out of Cody. 13th in the rookie, the 24-year-old out of the Mountain State Circuit Finals qualifier out of Wyoming. Let's see if he can ride this horse tonight.
And he's going to have to go jump for jump. This horse hasn't never done the same thing twice. Takes his scoot, feeding his head back, left, right, now being long about it. Rudy, he's just doing everything he can to stay to that front end. Really tough horse to make a pretty ride on there.
We'll move on to the shootout round. Here's the replay.
Does a great job holding his feet. When this horse comes forward and starts bucking, he feeds his head back to him. When he does that, that pushes that rein real high. You watch him as he pushes that rein out, but it takes all the leverage and all the snap out of his feet. He's doing everything to fight forward, but he has nothing to hold on to in that feeling.
All right, 70 points as we go to Coy Pennington of Kiowa, Colorado. Downtown is the horse from Pete Carr. Here's a 23-year-old, number 12 in the rookie race.
And what a draw for him right here, Justin. This horse has made 4 appearances at the Wrangler National Finals as a rookie. This is the kind of horse you want your name next to in a draw sheet. But he has his work cut out for him. This horse should angle off there to the right, but he is a handful. Them swells are going to drop on him. He's got to stay back and underneath them. It's a good mark out. There's the power coming through. Having a really nice day, having a really nice ride. Got to finish it off. And he does.
Good stuff. Here come our rescue riders, Jake and Jeff Dees, a father and son team, going to set him down to a thunderous applause here in Cowtown Coliseum.
Great mark out as he gets going, toes turned out, lifting on his rein. This horse is having a phenomenal day, jumping and kicking, giving a flashy style, handles the corner off the fence really well, doesn't interrupt his timing, comes into second place, 81 points. That was a really textbook ride.
Oh, look at those feet moving. Good timing front to back. He shined up his boots there tonight. Shined them up. There's Jake and Jeff Dees, the father and son I was talking about. There they are, 2 of the best cowboys on the planet. We're glad to have them, and they are good team, a great pair, working together to keep this place safe tonight. Dylan Young out of Canada. Sturgeon County, Alberta. Trigger Man is the bucking horse from Pickett Pro Rodeo out of Fairfield, Texas.
Trigger Man, a stud that they have sent over to Australia to help the breeding program over there. This stud means business, though. Walks on his front end, heavy in the swells. He's going to have to bear down through this ride. But when you put Alberta versus a southern horse that likes to go over in Australia, you got the world against you right here. I'm going to bet on the Cowboy.
Man, that is some worldwide exposure. Dylan Young, Alberta. Kind of a dicey start. I think that horse may have rammed his left leg through the corner of that Prefert buck and chute. And he's hobbling because of it, and also because of it, there's an orange flag there, Tim.
You have to get out clean. These horses can't cheat you out of the box. You watch this on the replay. When he nods his head, she stalls. He stalls, actually. It's a stud horse. He stalls in the gate, looks down the gate, runs him right into that corner post.
Ouch!
Pulls his foot out of there, yanks him down. That is a foul on the animal. The option for the re-ride's there. That was a great job by everyone to get out of there clean, and the Cowboy gets a second chance.
All right, he'll get another horse because of that foul. That was not a fair go. So we have those horses in place. If there is a foul, we've got those horses staged in the alley behind. They'll move him up, take the saddle off of the stallion, put it on the re-ride horse, and he'll go again. Hopefully, in the next few moments, he can heal up. You gotta heal fast when you're a Cowboy. You got 4 or 5 minutes. You know, you break your leg or something. You got at least 4 or 5 minutes before you got to get on the next bucking horse.
Well, that's why we got our Justin Sports Healer there. They can put a little bit of tape on there. Don't put no ice on that yet. Keep that adrenaline boiling. We got work to do yet.
Warwick Southern. We've got a couple of these Southern boys here from Queensland, Australia. Western Texas College, and Snyder is where a lot of those Australians land. And that's where this one is getting his college education. How about that? How about that? Good stuff. Way to go, Warwick. 81 points. That'll put him in a tie for number 2.
And that was all on Warwick right here. Watch, this horse stops kicking at the 4th jump. Warwick just keeps firing his feet, never quits going to the front, takes the attention off that horse. That is an education in bronc riding.
I love the lift. See him get that arm straight way out in front of him, fully extend that arm out in front of him. Good looking ride. It takes a 70 to get into the finals now. Here's our next man, Hank Whitaker out of Nevada. Got to beat that 70. Can he do it? Hank Whitaker on Northern Exposure from Pete Carr. Gonna have to go chase that Resistol hat down. He's going to move into the top 4, 73 points.
And look at the power of this horse. Look at the kick. He sits on his foot. When his back foot comes up at 2 jumps ago, he sits on it. It makes it late. So that left foot gets hanging in the back there. That horse was a handful, a lot of power. He did everything he could to get through that and give himself a chance to move on.
Here's another Australian. Here's Sam Weston on Spotted Charm getting ready to go. The 25-year-old, number 18 for the rookie race this year. Momentum out of the Resistol Rookie Round Up could go great. There's your leaderboard if you're watching on the Cowboy Channel. And as we're talking about the Cowboy Channel, we've been out in California. Let's talk about that California run that's getting real busy out in the western part of the country.
You had Red Bluff going over just last week. You're in Clovis, California. The Texas Swing just ended. So everyone's out west, chasing that big money out west. And then there'll be 1 or 2 more before we start coming back to the Midwest. And then the Texas Swing is over and everything else starts running as we move into the 4th of July run.
The end of the goal is to be in the top 15 of the world standings and qualify for the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Sam Weston wants to be there, but it's mighty tough for the best in the world sometimes. How about it for that kid? How about another Australian, Sam Weston, on a pretty paint horse tonight?
And what a big move right out of there. Gets him behind. He has to hold that mark out for a really long time before she shoots forward, but he does a good job pulling his feet, dragging him to the back, firing him to the front, gives himself the opportunity to keep moving on. He shoots himself into the top 4 with 2 to go and a rerun.
Well, here's the man we featured in the opening ceremonies as the big winner last night. We had a 3-way tie for first, but this man has had an amazing Resistol rookie race so far. He's in the top 3 for that category. He's in the top 30 in the world standings. Ira Dickinson of Rock Springs, Wyoming, on Obstacles Nightline.
Ira, what a strong saddle bronc rider. The way he sets his feet, but he has got his hands full tonight. Out of the last 15 trips, this horse has only been rode 3 times, and you can see why. Ira, hand on his feet, hand on his rein, firing to the front, doing everything. He just took the spark right out of that one, Justin. That horse is not used to getting rode like that. And that's why we're seeing these orange flags come apart. She threw the kitchen sink at Ira. Ira handled everything, fired his feet, handled everything to the point where that horse just gives it up and stops. We got another reride option coming on the board.
Yeah, judges say the horse quit kind of before the 8 seconds was over. And so they're going to give him another shot with a 74 it takes to get in there. He'll have to take that with the low numbers that are coming in. He's looking at the clipboard. The judge is showing him what the reride horse is. Not that it matters. He's got to take him, and he will. So we got a couple of rerides. But right now, let's finish up this long round. Folks, I'd like you to meet Pete Carr up on the big screen. He is the man who owns the bucking horses, the bulls, all the livestock. He's a businessman, but most of all, he's a gentleman. And he's one of the most respected men in our game today. He loves to entertain. He loves the culture that we come from. But most of all, that is a man that loves people and he treats them right. How about a nice welcome for Pete Carr here tonight? That is a mighty, mighty good man. And we're proud to have him here at the Resistol Rookie Round Up. Dylan Young. We got him from Canada. We got him from Australia. And all over North America. Dylan Young will be next to go. He's up against that trigger man, the 22-year-old. Hey, you know what? In Lufkin, Texas, the pro rodeo's going on. He had a good score down there Thursday of this week.
In a good rematch with Cheap Thrills. Big move right out of there. Cheap Thrills, she's got the head start out of him, Justin. You've seen him get beat out of the box. He doesn't quit the ride, though. Keeps firing his feet, but we're seeing the yellow flags on the ground. She left like a freight train out of that box.
Okay. You got to have your feet up at the base of the neck, your heels in the base of the neck to first jump out, and if you don't, watch the heels. Okay, when the horse's front feet hit the ground, his feet came back in the belly of the horse. He had him. Oh. And lost him on both sides.
And you can see he misses this mark out right here. And as it keeps going on, you watch his saddle start running back. She ran so far past his saddle that it ran back, and it was went from